ideas and planning, okay? Coming up with new ways of doing things. Now, I'm not spending a long time on this. The session that I'm doing at 11:30 spends most of the session in this piece of the jigsaw, okay? So if you want some 2 little tools on how to be creative with your thinking and come up with new ideas and way of doing things, I'm going to cover something called a mind storm and a mind map on that session, okay? However, the reason this is in there, coming from that research, is that those people that were successful regularly found new ways of doing things. They didn't just do what they've always done. Remember the old quote that I use quite a lot. If you always do what you've always done, you will always get what you've always got. So if you want to get new results, you can't do what you've just done. If you need new results this year after COVID or next year in your business, you can't do what you did last year. Because what you did last year will give you last year's results. I know that might be quite good actually with COVID, last year's results at the moment, yeah? But in order, we got to take some new actions to get some new results on the back of it, okay? So we've got to come up with some new ways of thinking, some new ideas. How do we come up with new ideas? Well, first of all, you've got to give yourself time to come up with new ideas. This is what people don't do a lot of. Especially in business. We get that stuck into the minutiae of the day and the way that we've always done it. We never really sit down and go, how can we do this differently? Okay, and that's quite key. I try and do it once a month. To be honest, we had to do it during COVID, and I'm sure you guys did. A lot of people had to do it during the COVID situation because we had to find new ways of doing things. In fact, some of the new ways that we found, you would argue might have never have come up. Well, it might have done if you'd have done this regularly, yeah? But imagine somebody came up to me, somebody came up to me 5 months ago, 6 months ago and went, John, can you tell me just about how you would do all of your training that you normally do, but you can't see any of your clients and you've got to do it all online. And by the way, you've got a couple of weeks to get it sorted. What do you think my initial reaction would have been to that? Even me that teaches this stuff, my initial reaction would have been, well, no, that can't be done. No, well, it wouldn't work, would it? But guess what? We've done it. So again, COVID-19 has been a great example of where people have had to come up with new possibilities, new ways of doing things. What I'm suggesting here, and we were told from this research, is that the people that are successful, they do this regularly. They come up with new ways of doing things regularly. Yeah? Remember when Apple came out with the iPad? People wanted an iPad, didn't know what to use it for. No idea what to use it for. I remember getting an iPad for the first time going, oh, this is brilliant, this looks great. What shall I do on it? I don't know what to do. What shall I do on it? I'm not quite sure. Yeah? So sometimes people come up with ideas before the behaviours are in place. And it's something called the 3 Ps that I'm going to take you through on the next session. Generate possibilities, prioritise the possibilities, and then plan them in. Create new ways of thinking. Now, the reason a lot of people don't do possibility thinking or creative thinking is because they're a little bit scared of it and they don't quite know how to do it. Okay? You can go on 3 or 4 day long creative thinking courses. It doesn't take you that long, okay? The tools that I'm going to give you this afternoon, or at 11:30, I'm going to give you a couple of tools where you can do creative thinking in 5 minutes and come up with 20, 40 ideas in 5 minutes, okay? So the whole point of this, and the third piece of the jigsaw, remember, once you've got your thinking and behaviour right, you know what you're aiming for, your targets, and you're motivated to do it, and you've sorted your confidence, you need to come up with how you're going to do it, possibly, then prioritise those possibilities, and then put a plan in place. So you can start to see now the jigsaw starting to come together. Okay, so we've got the right thinking and behaviour, we've got the right targets and motivation, we've got loads of new ideas, we've turned them into a priority list, and we've turned that into a plan.